Assalamualaikum and very good evening. Today we meet again to discuss about themes and characteristics of novel Alaska. My name is Muhammad Azim Zainar
And
175096.
And my name is Muhammad Kamal Khairi, entry number 172590.
My name is Aina Yuni, entry number 172196.
My name is Nur Hidayah, 175791.
My name is Rasima Binti Jumat, entry number 174090.
My name is Balkis Binti Razali, entry number 175073.
Okay, the first theme is finding individuality. Must come from a boring lonely life in Florida. He had no friends and felt like he wasn't receiving the right things to get himself where he wanted to be. He needed to discover his grade perhaps. That is why he decided to go to boarding school in Texas. I also think to find his grade perhaps and figure out who he is needed to be away from home and his parents.
Man struggles against society pressure. Miles also felt that the need to fit in and have friends and be popular. His friends weren't forcing him to drink or smoke, but he felt the need to do it, to fit it with them. This fit in with defining individuality because part of discovering yourself is to try new things and you also discover new things from other people. Many friends change your perspective.
And the third point of the theme is heartbreak or love. Miles read or memorized biographies because he is fascinated by people's last words and likes to figure out people. As he believes people's last words define us, but he can figure out Alaska and how her mind works. That is why he is so fascinated with her. He knew that minute he was in love with her, but it is required love, meaning only he loves her, so she does not love him.
Next is there is more to a person than you will ever know. Means true he knew Alaska as he was deeply in love with her and did not so much to impress her. But he later finds out when she is the way she is and why she smokes, drinks, and she's so crazy about boys. After he dies, he really tries to discover who she is and if this way a suicide, mission or a complete accident. The entire time they were friends, they were stuck in this state of guilt and depression with Alaska's mom dying, and the only way she was being able to cope was for her to drink and smoke. Everyone else had other things going on, like Colonel and his breakdown, and Miss just followed. When after Mears finally accepted Alaska's death, he knew how she felt the guilty of her mother.
Okay, the next theme is how someone's life touches yours and changes the way you see things. By moving on about Alaska, this allowed Miles to see a glimpse of his grade perhaps and really change who he is. After boarding school, he was a totally different person, stronger as he got through everything and really discovered who he is as a person and how how other people feel.
Next is fighting against a higher power. Even though Mars had never had a history with troublemaking, he was desperate to be popular and feel like he belonged. This made Mars get out of his comfort zone and do things he never had done before. One of those things included smoking, that when they got in trouble for smoking at that point, he didn't care. If he would get in trouble, he just wanted to impress Alaska. Also, when was daydreaming in class and the teacher yelled at him and kicked him out, Alaska stepped up for him. This motivated Mars to do the same things and fight against the higher power.
The next, will and depression. Alaska is unable to leave the tragedy of her mother's death behind her. So She is unable to come of age and move on with her life. Instead, she smokes, drinks, and drives too fast until she self-destructs. She feels like she has nothing to live for. Why all smoke for the fun of it? I smoke to die, she said.
Next is characters in Looking for Alaska.
The first one is Mill Fort Hartle, which never really fit in with the ways of his hometown. He always feels as though his life was much unfulfilled. In the in the beginning of the book, Mill discusses a poem that has the words "grain to hate." This becomes the overall theme for Mill's role in the story. He is a gawky kid, somewhat nerdy and unsocial. When he meets his new friend at a cover creek, he becomes the kind of person he had wanted to be all alone. P- Page Thomas Edison's last words were, "It's very beautiful over there. I don't know where there is, but I believe it's somewhere, and I hope it's beautiful." Um,
The next character is Chief the Colonel Martin, a stocky, somewhat nerdy young man. He has gone to Culver Creek for a very long time. When he is not at school, he lives with his mom in a very small trailer. He is Patch's roommate, and he gives Marsh the nickname Patch. He may also have a crush on Alaska, just like Marsh does. It was probably one of them that ratted out Paul and Maria and then blamed me to cover their tracks. Anyway, it is a good night for staying in with Patch and Ambrosia.
Takumi Harihoto. He is the jokester of the group as well as a great rapper. Spoiler alert, apparently at the end, after Alaska's death, Takumi was feeling left out because Parch and Colonel were sort of taking up all the grief for themselves. Takumi confesses to Parch in the last paragraph that he saw Alaska the night she died. She was in rush and was very upset that she forgot her mother's anniversary, and he tried to calm her down. He feels bad because he could have stopped her but didn't. "What is that? It's my fox hat." "Why do you have a fox hat?" "Because nobody catch the fox."
Okay, next is Alaska Young. She is the beautiful, witty, rebellious girl whom Patch immediately falls in love with. Takumi and the Colonel most likely have crushed on her as well, although they are not stated in the novel. When Alaska was a child, her mother had a seizure due to a head aneurysm. Alaska did not save her mother, so she died. Alaska's father blamed her for it, and she regrets it to the present day in the story. "You are adorable," she said, and I felt the intensity of her eyes on me and looked away nervously. "Too bad, I love my boyfriend."
Next, Lara Batuskaya. An exchange student, Lara later will become Peach's girlfriend. She is good friend with all the rest of the gang. And then Lara stood and in a delicate, innocent lesson cut Dr. William most off. "You are so hot. I wish you should shut up and take off your clothes." This shows Lara's ability to, despite her background, assimilate to the group and do anything for them. She transitioned nicely.
Next is the Eagle, the dean of Culver Creek. His nickname is the Eagle because he is always watching over them, much like an eagle flies over and scans the ground. He always has to put up with the prank student to pull on campus.
Lastly, Mr. Martin, the colonel's mother, works at Russell House and invites and Alaska to have Thanksgiving dinner with her and the Colonel at the atrium. Okay, that's all for our video in this night. Okay, thank you.
Bye.
Okay, bye.